Let's move on to the next type. Advantage and disadvantage type essay. So for this type of essay, the essay structure is similar to that of the agree and disagree essay, with just slight differences. Here, since they won't ask you for your opinion, you only paraphrase the question and then outline the essay. You don't need a thesis statement because nobody's asking you whether the essay agrees or disagrees with the advantage or disadvantage. You just need to paraphrase it and then outline that this essay will state the advantage and disadvantage. So it's pretty clear. For the body paragraph, first body paragraph will state the advantage and the second body paragraph will state the disadvantage. So your sentence 1 will be stating one advantage. You explain the advantage in the next sentence. You give an example of that advantage. And this is something new. This is something different from the opinion essay. You'll add another sentence, a result sentence. So when you say the advantage of something is better communication, you have to write the result of it. So let's say if the advantage is communication, the result should be this better communication results in more social involvement. So make sure you have a result added in it. Once again, for body paragraph 2, you have the same thing, just that here you will discuss the disadvantage. And in conclusion, you will have the summary and opinion. Now, oftentimes they have not asked for opinion. This is only when they've asked for your opinion. If they have not, it's not necessary for you to give your opinion, but sometimes they ask for it. So let's look at the question here. Computers are being used more and more in education. Discuss the advantages and disadvantages and give your own opinion. Okay, so for this essay, it says discuss the advantage and disadvantages and give your own opinion. So they have asked you to give your own opinion, which you can in the conclusion. So let's begin. For the introduction paragraph, the first sentence is the paraphrasing sentence. It is argued that the technology is playing an increasing role in schools and universities. Then we have the outline. This essay will firstly discuss student freedom as one of the main advantages of this, and secondly, outline decreasing levels of face-to-face contact as one of the main advantages. So in the outline, you mention what your major advantage will be in the essay and what your major disadvantage will be in the essay. Okay, let's move on to the main body paragraph. So the first line would be state one advantage. One of the principal advantages of an increase in the use of electronic devices in education is the autonomy it provides students. Then we have to expand this advantage. Students have the freedom to focus on whatever topic or subject they want and study it in depth through the internet. This is the expansion. And then we add an example. A prime example of this is the amount of online university courses available to students covering a myriad of subjects that will until recently were unavailable to most learners. This has resulted in more people studying third-level degrees than ever before. So notice that this is the result. This has resulted in more people studying third-level degrees than ever before at a pace and schedule that suits them. So you have your phone sentences, the topic sentence, the expansion of topic sentence, the example, and the result. Similarly, you have the other paragraph in which you discuss the disadvantage. So the main disadvantage associated with increasing use of technology in education is the decrease in face-to-face interaction between students. Students spend more time looking at computer screens by themselves than interacting with each other. For instance, the recent explosion in smartphone use has been at the expense of genuine human interaction. This is your example. And then you say what it has resulted into. This results in soft skills such as verbal communication and empathy being affected. So you say the disadvantage is the decrease of face-to-face interaction, and then you expand it by saying that students are spending more time at computers than interacting with people. And then you give an example. For instance, the smartphone is recently replacing genuine interaction, and then you give the result of this. It gets much easier to write the essay once you know the structure. Otherwise, you'll find yourself struggling what to write after the first line. You'll know how to begin this paragraph, but then you'll be lost on what lines to write after that. So just make sure you know the structure of each and every question type. It really helps. So in conclusion, you summarize it and then you give your own opinion. So in conclusion, the benefits technology brings to education, such as student autonomy, must be weighed against the drawbacks such as negative effects on human interaction. So notice this, that in the concluding line, you're summarizing it by saying what you have written in body 1 and body 2. So body 1 was about student autonomy, you mentioned that, and then that should be weighed against negative effects on human interaction, which is what you discussed as a disadvantage. So you write the advantage and disadvantage, and then you write your personal opinion. Overall, the educational benefits outweigh the disadvantages because human beings will always want human contact and most people will not solely use IT for education. So you end the essay with your own opinion. So today I discuss the, let's say, the advantage and disadvantage type question and the opinion question types. Now I want you to thoroughly go through the structure of the essay for both opinion and the advantage disadvantage. These two are usually the most common type of question for the writing task 2 in a general IELTS test. For the next video, I'll be discussing the other types, that is the discussion type, problem solution, and two-part question.